In this video, we cover how to catch one of the top species of UK and European waters, the thick-lipped grey mullet. We'll start by covering thick-lipped mullet locations. We'll then take a look at the best conditions that suit them, as well as where to cast to find feeding fish. We'll then cover the details on rigs and tackle, as well as give the rundown on which baits are effective. So where can we find thick-lipped mullet? In the UK, thick-lipped mullet are found around the whole of the British Isles, but they are found more reliably on the southern and western areas of coast. In reliable numbers they can be found as far north as southern Scotland and southern Ireland. On the continent they can be found as far north as central Norway, but are more reliably caught from Denmark downwards all the way to the Portuguese coast. They are found throughout the Mediterranean as well as the Black Sea. They are also found throughout the Baltic Sea, as well as the southern shores of Iceland. Let's now take a look at the best conditions. Mullets are semi-migratory, in that they shift northwards in summer, and overwinter in southern estuaries and harbours, or simply in deeper waters. The season in the southern UK can start as early April throughout places like the English and Bristol Channels and the southern Irish coast. For places like Wales and East Anglia this can be around late April. In places such as southern Scotland and Northern Ireland, mullet may not show in decent numbers until May or June time. Peak season tends to be between August and September. Mullet will stay all the way up to October or sometimes November if waters are warm and settled enough. For estuaries, mullet will actually feed reliably on any size of tide, though there are certain factors. A larger tide will mean the mullet will have a larger area of ground to feed over. A larger tide will also allow you to effectively fish closer, with larger stretches of shoreline as an option. You can still fish a smaller tide, but you may need to seek areas of deeper water access to fish easily and effectively. It's also a common suggestion that mullet will feed inshore more confidently on smaller tides due to the lack of tidal range, so fishing a smaller tide where you still have access to deep enough water could prove effective. They are typically only caught on the flood tide between low and high, as they will typically make their way back out of any estuary on the ebb to avoid being cut off. Mullet will feed best during calm weather conditions. There is a slight exception in the case of estuary fishing, as mullet will tend to shelter within estuaries when wave conditions are rough outside on the open coast. Overcast skies will get them feeding inshore more confidently, particularly as the water colour will usually be fairly clear. Mullet respond very well to groundbait, as with a number of other summer species. So where exactly do we want to place our baits? As ever, when fishing for mullet, you should do so stealthily, making minimal noise. This also includes not casting directly on top of mullet shoals. Instead, you can either cast just before them and entice them to your hook bait using small amounts of ground bait, or you can cast just past them and gently reel your hook bait so it sits nearby the feeding shoal. As well as man-made structures in the main channels, mullet will frequent any side channels that drain into the main estuary channel. Along these channels they will feed along any hollows where the tide cuts into the bank, though always be safety conscious when fishing near such areas as they may be unstable. They will also frequent small bay areas within the main channels and side channels, especially where weed wash-ups are present. Weed beds in general will be a feature in themselves. Any deeper pools that are found inshore will also be key areas where mullet feed, including near to sluice gates. Mullet will also feed around any kind of submerged structure in general. Let's now take a look at some suitable tackle for mullet. It is very possible to use a light ledgering technique or even a feeder rig setup when targeting mullet. A common approach is to use a freshwater feeder rod with around a 2-pound test curve. It's also possible to use a coarse waggler float setup using the same type of rod. Here though we discuss another popular approach which uses bubble float rigs. These are great as they allow you to adjust the weight of the float using water, which allows you to cast further if needed, or simply match the casting weight of your rod. Keep in mind though that overly heavy floats will be more likely to spook fish, so take some precaution when casting and choosing your rod. We suggest using a reel of around a 4000 size to match the rod. loaded with 12-pound main line of either mono or braid. Sliding inline bubble floats are ideal, as they allow you to adjust the height of your float as the leader or the main line is fed through the central tube. We suggest passing the main line through the float. Once this is done, tie a small swivel onto the end of the main line. You can then tie a length of fluorocarbon snood onto the other end of the swivel. This should be a maximum of 8-pound breaking strain to avoid spooking any fish. Feel free to go a little lower than this for some added stealth, but keep in mind the fighting capability of mullet, especially if there are any nearby snags that they need to be held away from. The length of the snood can be anywhere between 3 to 5 feet long. Shorter snoods aid casting, whereas longer snoods can add stealth, keeping the visible float well away from the hook bait. Keep hooks nice and small. A strong pattern size 8 hook such as a carp hook will be suitable. In addition to the inline sliding style bubble floats, you also have the option of simply using a static style setup. The setup for these will be exactly the same as just mentioned, except instead of passing the main line through, you will simply tie the main line to one end and the snood to the other. So what are we looking for bait-wise? Despite their notorious reputation, mullet are actually not fussy eaters at all. One of the top choices for bait is bread. Bread is cheap and simple and works well using float setups. Be sure to mask the entire hook when pinching your bread on as hook bait, though make sure the hook point is only just hidden to ensure the fish is reliably hooked. You never need to strike hard with mullet. Just lift the rod tight into the fish to ensure that the fish is hooked. Another popular bait is ragworm, either whole harbour rag or chopped pieces of king rag. There are even specialist pennel rigs available for presenting ragworm in a natural way to mullet. Small fish baits such as small mackerel strip or segments of sand eel can also work, as mullet will often regularly feed on commercial fishing waste dumped into the water. Ground bait is almost a must for this species. If you'd like to know more on making and using ground bait, we'll be providing a video link at the end. Hi guys, just a quick reminder, if you like my videos and find that you are learning some useful tips, please do remember to click the subscribe button just under this video. Subscribing is completely free. There's no sign-up process as it's all done at the click of a button. Also do remember to hit the like button if you find a specific video interesting and helpful. Doing these things really does help support the channel and allows me to keep making more and more helpful videos that will hopefully make your sessions that much more enjoyable. Thanks so much guys. If you'd like to know more on making and using ground bait for mullet or lots of other species, we've provided a video link here. We've also included video links for some other top summer species, so make sure you check them out. You can also visit our channel page by clicking the channel name below. Thanks again for watching Lighthouse Sea Fishing Tutorials. See you again soon.